everyone. So, electrical mission design, and that the first module is on fundamental aspects of electrical mission design. So, in this module, mainly we are going to discuss on the which are the fundamental things to be considered for the electrical machine designs, and also the which are the materials going to be used in the electrical machines, and what are the limitations involved. So what are the factors to be considered for the selection of material. So those things are the contents of this first module. So let us see what is design, what is the definition of design. So when you have some theoretical concepts, so already you have studied in the lower semesters, only the theory parts we are going to study. We are just studying the whatever the mathematical calculations are there, those things need to be studied. So those things we cannot say that it's a design. So when a person is saying to design you something, first you will think. For example, if I tell you to design a DC machine, so what you'll think is which is the size of the machine, which is the shape of the machine. So that you are going to think first. So that comes to your mind first. So based on the shape of the machine, so whether it is a circular or a cylindrical machine, so then you will see the diameter thing, and or else you'll see the length, and what is the material or the space is required to keep the other components. So those thing comes to your mind first when you heard the word design. So what theoretical concepts are there for that? The uh, physical realization if you are giving, then that is called a design. So that a creative physical realization of theoretical concepts are called design. So this is a definition of design: a creative physical realization of theoretical concepts. So that is a design. So engineering design is nothing but its application of science, application of technology, and the invention to produce the machines. Why we want machine? To perform the specified task with the optimum economy and the efficiency. So the we want some task, or we want some machines to perform the task with the highest efficiency. So that is the main intention of designing a machine. So when you are designing the machine, what are the considerations? So what are the things to be considered first? So very basic quality if you see, so that must have the lowest cost, and it should be in high durability and compliance with the performance criteria as laid down in the specification. So cost is a main thing, because in most of the situation it becomes difficult to design a machine which meets all the performance indices and also satisfy the cost and durability criteria, because of these requirements are usually conflicting. It is impossible to design a machine which is cheap and also durable at the same time. So this is because which is to have a long lifespan, must use the high quality of materials and also use the advanced manufacturing techniques. So obviously it makes its cost more. So that the performance indices have to be met for certain. However, compromise between the cost and the durability can be held. So, a good design is one where the machine has a reasonable operating life, say some 20 to 30 years, and it should has the low initial cost. So, that is of cost and the durability. So, when you come to the compliance with the performance criteria as laid down in the specification, the large synchronous machines, for example, if you are considering, or if the transformer is used the power system must be designed with the high reliability or with the durability in operations, so that the performance criteria, so the specifications which is given in the machine, so that will give you one ratings, or the customer need some more machine, so that the compliance with the performance criteria in the specification is also a major consideration. So let us see the design factors. So design factors mainly the when you are designing rotating machines. So the following design factors must be considered. So mainly the rotating machines, like except the transformer, all rotating machines when you are designing. So the design factors must be considered. So what this factors are saying is, if I'm considering the magnetic circuit, so magnetic circuit is mainly for the flux path, so that it provides the path for the magnetic flux, and it consists of air gap, or the stator or the rotor teeth, or the stator or rotor cores, or what we call it as a yoke, that one. So when you consider the electric circuit, so electric circuit consists of rotor or the stator windings, and the windings of the transformer or the rotating machine, any windings of the electric machine. It is or from the working region, and it is concerned with the production of EMF and also development of magneto mechanical force, and windings are formed from the suitably insulated conductors. Thus that must be considered under the electric circuit. Then what about dielectric circuit? So dielectric circuit mainly consists of insulation requirement. So insulation mainly based on the temperature rise. So when you operate the machine, so the machine parts will get heated up, so that uh, to protect the machine, so insulation must be strong. So whatever the insulating materials are essentially non-metallic, or be organic material, or the inorganic material, or natural synthetic material, so like that. So by seeing the temperature rise in the machine, so we need to select the proper insulating material. Then comes the thermal circuit. So thermal circuit mainly concerned with the media, or the mode of dissipating the heat generated in the machine. So even the dissipation of heat is required to reduce the losses. And the mechanical part, the important mechanical parts of the machines are its frame, or the bearings, or the shaft. So that mainly in a design problem, one has to deal with the numerous electric circuits, or the magnetic circuits, or the dielectric circuit, or the thermal circuit, or the mechanical quantities which are interrelated in very complex way, so that these things need to be considered when makes the design of the electric machine or any other machines. So all the circuits must satisfy its operation when you make a such a design. So let us see what are the limitations in the design then. So we have seen what are the things to be considered. So after considering also, there will be some problems, or there will be some other things need to be considered in the design. So that is nothing but limitations in the design. So let us see, there are different limitations, nearly 9 limitations I have pointed out here. So the first one is the saturation of magnetic parts. So electromagnetic machines normally use the ferromagnetic material. So we have three types of magnetic material. One is ferromagnetic, paramagnetic, and the diamagnetic material. So the mainly the when you consider the ferromagnetic material, it's a very most useful material for the electric machines. So ferromagnetic materials, the maximum allowable flux density to be used is determined by the saturation level of ferromagnetic material. So a high value of flux density results in the high excitation, and which results in the cost of the field system. So that, so if you are using the high value of flux density, so excitation or supply given must be a high. So if you are giving higher supply, then it results the higher cost, because there will be a increased core loss, so that even the cost is also high. So that is a one limitation when you consider the temperature rise. Second one, so the most vulnerable part in a machine is a insulation. So the operating life of a machine depends upon the type of insulating material used in its construction, and the life of that insulating material, which is depends upon the temperature rise of the machine. So if the insulating material is operating beyond its maximum allowable temperature, it loses its life. So that, so proper cooling or the ventilation techniques are required to keep the temperature rise within the safe limit. The cooling material, so it may be a the coolant, so liquid medium can be used, which is flowing along the proper path of heat, or the air can be used as a cooling medium, or both air or the water, or the air or the liquids can be used as a cooling medium. And the third limitation comes is the insulation. So the insulating material used in the machine should be able to withstand the electrical, mechanical, and the thermal stresses which are produced in the machine. The mechanical strength, mainly it is important in case of transformers, or the in case of while designing the transformers, mainly the due consideration must be given to the capability of the insulation to withstand the large mechanical stresses that produced in the circuit. So the type of insulation is decided by the maximum operating temperature. So that temperature and the insulations are interrelated one. So based on the temperature rise, insulation must be selected. So when you select the insulation, it should withstand the higher mechanical or electrical or thermal stresses. So next comes is a mechanical strength. So especially in the turbo machines and all. So when you design a machine, so it should have the higher strength, because it's a large size machine and the high speed machines, so there it should have the mechanical strength. So the numerous technologies are nowadays they are using, so to make the construction as simple as possible. Also it must be a technically good machine, so by using some economical means, also with a little labor as possible. So the different types of technologies are come into an exist now. So let us see later what are the different techniques used for the construction of machines. So next comes is the efficiency. So obviously the efficiency of the machine must be high. So main intention of all customer is it should give the higher output value, higher efficiency value. So that efficiency of a machine should be as high as possible to reduce the operating cost. So in order to design a highly efficient machine, or the magnetic or the electric loading used should be a smaller one, and this requires use of large amount of material. So both if it is iron or the copper or aluminum material, whatever. Therefore the capital cost of the machine design for the higher efficiency will be high, and the running cost will be low. So that if you are giving a good quality material, then the capital cost will be high, the initial cost will be high, but the running cost can be reduced with the high quality uh, materials. So next, commutation, sorry, the customer specification. So customer specification imposes limitation to identify the criteria for the best design, because whatever the customers need are there, so that we cannot satisfied with all the machines, because some machines comes with some rating only, so that is a standard rating of some machines. So that limit we cannot cross when you manufacture a machine. So that imposes some limitations in the design. And next comes is a commutation. So commutation, mainly the commutator machine. Some commutator machines are nothing but DC machines. So the DC machine, the when you consider the commutation problem in the DC machine, so it limits the maximum output that can be taken from the machine. So, for example, at present maximum power output of single DC machine is normally some 50 megawatts or more, 10 to 50 megawatts, and this limitation is solely on the account of commutation difficulties. So that the commutation imposes limitations on the machine design. So next comes is the power factor. So power factor, the poor power factor results when you have the large value of current for the same power. So large value of current, if you are passing, then your conductor material must be stronger and should be of costly material or the higher quality material. So the large conductor size needs the higher quality material or the costly material, so that the power factor imposes the one of the limitation. And the standard specifications are the biggest strain on the design, because both manufacturer as well as the customer cannot get away from them without satisfying the ratings or the specifications. So these are the some of the limitations in the design or the saturation, temperature rise, insulation, mechanical strength, efficiency, customer specification, commutation, power factor, and standard specifications. These are the some of the limitations in the design. So next comes is a modern trends in the design. So the when you consider the modern trends, there are different technologies are come up now. So in that, so if I see the first one, so is a constructional scheme. So the different construction schemes or the construction types are used with the different types of material. So material in the sense there may be a the direct material copper by using aluminum or the iron material whatever, or with the alloy or the mixture of material. So that is a one of the trend now, mixing the iron and the silicon or the cast iron material or the cast steel material or cobalt material. So mixing of material is also one of the trend nowadays. Along with that, different cooling and ventilation or insulating and conductor material. So that is under the construction scheme. The other aspects of modern day design of electric machine is designing large number of machines which form a part of single system. For example, generators or the motors or the transformer form a part of an electromechanical energy network. The different machines of such one is interconnected or um, or react upon each other, sometimes considerably on occasions. So on which basis it is designed or which task must be performed. So based on that also some modern designs have come up. So next one is electromagnetic design. So it may be a mechanical design and the thermal design. So there are some problem with this electromagnetic design or the mechanical or thermal design. So these problems are solved separately or the results are combined on that. So that was resolved, and so based on those limitations of such designs, some interconnected systems are designed. So interconnected systems are giving the best solutions for the whatever the problems or the limitations was occurred in the electromagnetic design. But there are some problem in the um, interconnected system, that is a optimization problem, or the synchronization uh, problem. So the sometimes it is desired to design a machines or series of machines having a different rating to fit into a single frame size. So in this case, what happens is the finished design of machines must be produced in a groups, or where all the designs within a group are interdependent, or this again an optimization problem. So that because of frame size have to be optimum giving due to the weightage. So for example, the weightage problem also comes in the that machine. So when you are interconnecting the machines, or different machines are interconnected, there may be a problem with the weightage or the weight or the design criteria. Also there will be some limitations. So that to avoid such problems, the iterative process was started. So the iterative process means the wherein it is the assumed data may have to be very many time to arrive at the desired design. The evolution of design to meet the specified optimum criteria is a matter of long and the tedious iterations. So that means in the fast digital computers to design the different machines. So for that, the computer added the designs. Nowadays, the CAD centers or the CAD designs or the computer designs are available. So by checking the data at every stage and reduce the empiricisms or the readily handled on non-linearities and the operates, and the designers are know how to change the problems which occurs in the machines. So these are the some new trends in the uh, design. So the remaining things let us see in the next class.